So after an amazing day one for the Philadelphia Eagles, day two was just as good, drafting an absolute playmaker that was destined to play for Philly. But that's not all. After a couple sneaky good trades in the third round, the Eagles were ready for day three with a lot of ammo, which started with a bang as they draft one of the most underrated D tackles of the class, who played all over the defensive line, is quicker than you think, can stop the run, and can rush the passer. And best believe, Howie Rosmean is not done. What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Tall Podcast. If you rock with what the Eagles are doing in the draft, like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the videos. So it wasn't long on day two for the Eagles to go out and get their safety with pick number 64. Andrew Mukuba out of Texas, who's an absolute dog. What comes to mind when I hear this kid's name is toughness. The dude can hit, ball skills, and the ability to always be around the ball. Some people just say it's luck when you're around the ball, but when you do it on a consistent basis, that is you just finding ways to always be in the action. Brandon Lee Gouted tweeted, new Eagles safety Andrew Mukuba allowed the second lowest passer rating, 12.1, of any Division I FBF safety in 2024, according to Pro Football Focus. Another thing that stood out to me via Elliott Shore Parks, Andrew Mukuba had 0 penalties over his final 26 games in college. Impressive for a player that is around the ball so much and is a big-time hitter. To be completely honest, I love the fact that the Eagles went safety in the second round, and he would have been my choice as well, although Xavier Watts was on the board, safety out of Notre Dame, and someone we brought in for a top 30 visit, Kevin Winston Jr., the safety out of Penn State, was on the board as well. All great choices, but I love this style of play from Andrew Mukuba. And if you look over here, 212 tackles, 23 PBUs, and 6 interceptions. When looking at the film, a lot of people had his player comp to CJ Gardner-Johnson, who whenever we had a player of his style on the team, this defense becomes a Super Bowl caliber defense. Now, of course, you can't expect him to be as good as CJ Gardner-Johnson his rookie year, but this kid is versatile. He also plays in the slot. We're going to use him at safety, but I think he's going to be a quick learner and a day one starter. Now, you may be thinking, what's going to happen with former third-round pick Cindy Brown? Well, he's depth on the team, and he's going to have his opportunity to compete for a starting job. But right now, I might have to go with Andrew Mukuba. Listen to Baldy break down his game.
Let's watch the Eagles' second-round pick, Andrew Mukuba, right here. Here it is. Like, he can line up anywhere at a safety position, down at the same level right there as the linebackers. All right, but watch his reaction right here. All right, he's got the flat tip ball, okay. Tip drill, interception. But he's got ball skills, all right? You watch him right here. He's like in a rat position, right? He's just a rat. Like, here he is cheating, and he's just reading the quarterback right here, all right? This is Carson Beck, right, from Georgia. So he's just reading it, and, like, he's looking, okay, here comes the crosser. Now, here he's hunting someone up. Oh, Beck never saw him. All right, he's hunting up the crosser at that rat position, takes it away. Different types of interceptions, all right? Different types of reads. Like, here he is down here, like down there in the box right now, all right? So you watch him right here, and he's in that rat position again. Like, this is an easy one. They throw it right to him, all right? At least he doesn't drop it, all right? Can do something with it. But he's got ball skills. I mean, you like him, how he sort of just plays in the middle of the field. Like, here he is at the free safety position right here. All right, you watch his range right here on the go route off the edge. Steps right in front of it, takes the points away, takes the interception. All right, you like that. You like to see the range from the center field all the way to the sideline. All right, and then this right here against Arizona State in a playoff game. Right, here it is. Like, it's not a great route, but he jumps. It's like his ball. He takes it away from Arizona State right there in a playoff game. That was a double overtime win for the Longhorns? That helped to win that game.
Howie Rosmean, well freaking done. The Eagles got 2 day one starters in this draft already. Andrew Mukuba out of Texas. I watched every single one of his games as a Texas alum. The biggest thing, he is an enforcer. When you lost Chauncey Gardner-Johnson at safety, you lost an enforcer. Andrew Mukuba, remember the hit he laid out, and if you missed it, go look it up. Hit he laid out on Georgia's quarterback on the goal line in the SEC championship game when Texas played Georgia. Completely smacked the dude. He also is very, very, very versatile because he has elite range, solid ball skills, but more than anything, he gonna come down and hit you. Mukuba plus Reed Blankenship, you're shored up at the safety position. Plus the linebacker acquired yesterday, shored up the linebacker position. Howie Rosmean, 10 out of 10 on this draft, especially selecting 32nd overall in the first and last in the second, 10 out of 10.
Let's keep looking at these plays. He breaks on the ball and gets a PBU here. Now you're going to see the range. Now this ball is going to be poorly underthrown, but he's able to go there, track it, and use his ball skills. Hey, it's not as easy as catching it. A lot of people drop interceptions in the NFL. Look at this playmaking ability there, as we've seen before. But he's a tackler too. He's not the biggest guy, but he's not afraid to go lay his shoulder out. He gets his hand in there all the time for some PBUs and fumbles. The kid can play a multitude of positions on the field. Just another versatile piece for Vic Fangio. Listen to what Howie Rosmean said about the pick.
You know, it's really hard to find cover safeties and guys who have the ability to come down and play over the slot, play in the middle of the field, have natural instincts, play the ball. You know, he was a slot corner at Clemson before he transferred to Texas. He's an Austin kid. He's got ball skills. He plays with mentality, you know, and this guy, it's just he plays an Eagles brand of football, and I think for us, you know, kind of the value fit the need right there, and we felt like throughout this process, this guy just did everything, checked all the boxes, and that was really what we're looking for from that position.
When you say need, you mean safety or slot?
Well, I think he could do both those things, but he's going to start in the safety room, and I think that at the end of the day, you know, we're looking to add competition to that position, but you know, we really stayed true to our board at that point. We had a couple of guys there that we liked. We considered moving back, but we really liked Andrew and his play temperament and his play style and the tools that he have in his body and the mentality that he'll bring to Philly.
Moving on to the third-round pick, 96, the Eagles actually traded to the Atlanta Falcons. They receive pick 96, and the Eagles receive pick 101 and a 2026 fifth-round pick. But Howie didn't stop there. Eagle Nations tweeted, Eagles pick up 111, 130, and 191 from the Denver Broncos in exchange for 101 and 134. So ultimately, the Eagles' first trade moves them back 5 spots, and they get an extra fifth-round pick for 2026. Then they move back 10 spots in the early first round, 4 spots in the middle of the fourth round, and get another pick for this draft. I think the Eagles really wanted the offensive tackle Charles Grant, and once he went, they opted to move back and get more picks to really go hard in day 3, which I think, without Grant on the board, is a sneaky good move. So again, we get more capital, and with the 111 pick in the NFL draft that we acquired, the Eagles select Ty Robinson, D-tackle from Nebraska, who I think was one of the most underrated defensive linemen of the class. At Nebraska, he was so versatile, being able to rush from the interior, as all D-tackles do, but they lined him up outside as well. From the interior alone, he had 6 sacks, 25 hurries, 11 quarterback hits, and an 80 pass rush grade. Again, this is just from the interior. Once you combine what he did on the outside, it's a total of 42 pressures, 12.5 tackles for loss, and 7 sacks, which he led Nebraska with. Pro Football Focus said he lined up 61 times in the A-gap, 303 times in the B-gap, 130 times over the tackle, and 102 snaps outside tackle. Again, the versatility this guy has is ridiculous. Plus, at 6'5", pretty much 300 pounds, he clocked a 4.83, which is elite movement for that size. For as much as I love Mora Ojomo, who had a breakout year last year, and I think deserves a bigger role to fill Milton Williams' spot, it's going to be tough because Ty Robinson wants some PT too. Regardless, the D tackle room just got stronger, and whether Mara Ajomo fills in for the Milton Williams snap, Ty Robinson fills in for the Milton Williams snap, or they share it, they both will play in 2025 because Mara Ajomo played while Milton Williams had 500 snaps. This D tackle rotation, including Jordan Davis, who the Eagles got to make a decision on for the fifth-year option this week, and of course the main guy, Jalen Carter. This D tackle room and defensive line is young and hungry, and I can't wait to see them all grow together. Now, before we get out of here, let me get your draft grades for the first 3 picks. First round, Jihaad Campbell, linebacker out of Alabama. Second round, Andrew Mukuba, safety out of Texas. And fourth round, Ty Robertson, D tackle out of Nebraska. Drop them in the comment section. I'm dying to hear the grades. Now let's finish with our first and second round draft pick phone call, starting with Jihaad Campbell.
We got
Well, enjoy your night. I'm sure we'll see you tomorrow. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to spending time with you.
Now Andrew Mukumba's phone call.
This is Howie Rosmean from the Eagles.
Hey, how you doing?
You ready to come to Philly?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to pick you with this pick. Congratulations.
Man, thank you so much.
Yeah, we're excited to have you.
Looking forward to chatting with you tomorrow a little bit more, but go enjoy this night. We couldn't be more excited. Let's go, man. All right.
No doubt, man. Let's do it.
Andrew, congratulations, man. We're patient the whole round, waiting for you, and we got you.
Nah, y'all got the best on for sure. For sure.
You're going to play for a great team.
Gotta love the players and the fact that their dream came true. With all that being said, I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. Tomorrow, we'll break down the rest of the picks. We got a lot more. I just can't wait until they come out because the Eagles traded back again from 130 to 145, blah, blah, blah with the Jets. We'll discuss it all. And, of course, break each individual player down more as the offseason goes and anything comes out. Do your boy a favor. Like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, drop the muscle emoji for Philly Strong. Let me know your thoughts on the draft, like I said, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. We out.